Hey y'all, checking back in, day 18. Wanted to talk about how big of a deal it is when you eat. There's a lot of bad information out there. I don't even exactly know where a lot of it started. I know some of the common things I hear is, yeah, you don't want to eat too late at night because you'll get fat. Oh, I lost all this weight because of intermittent fasting. Um, I'm sure a lot of you have heard a lot of stuff like that, and I'm sure, like me, you put that into use and hoping to get some kind of results. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And I just wanted to shake a couple of myths out, and some of them aren't straight up bad advice, but they have good merit, but not for the reasons we know. So I wanted to kick it off with what time to eat. There's a calorie is a calorie, whether you eat it at 6 a.m. or 11 o'clock at night. It's unit of measurement. It's at the end of the day, it's physics. You want to lose weight, you got to eat less than you make, than you burn, and you want to gain weight, and vice versa. That being said, there is some benefit to not eating late at night. Most of it having to do with digestion. Our bodies were designed to be in a vertical status when we're digesting our food. So eating within 3 hours of going to bed isn't great for that aspect of it. It's not going to make you fat, but it's going to make digestion a little bit harder, and it's going to be your body's going to be doing all these things while you're trying to get some sleep. So if you have at least a 3 hour buffer between going to bed and eating, you're setting yourself up for just better sleep and better digestion. Another one that's really popular right now is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting originally was supposed to be intermittently fasting anywhere from 24 to 72 hours. It wasn't supposed to be this daily grind of, eat for 14 hours or not eat for 14 hours, then eat for 10 or whatever variation of 24 hours people do. Some people have um, accredited intermittent fasting with some weight loss and fat loss, and it's great that it worked. But let's dig into why it worked. How many of these people is it that skipping breakfast is just that they just subtracted a meal from their day, and they didn't really increase their lunches and dinners? If they did, it was a little bit bigger, but their overall calorie intake every day was less. That being said, if you're somebody who doesn't need breakfast and you can technically intermittent fast every day for the rest of your life, rock on, do it. What matters more than anything here is that whatever you choose to do, you can do it forever. I was talking with somebody earlier on Discord, and he was telling me how he lost 80 pounds before, and then he gained it all back. And the interesting thing I thought about was, sometimes the methods that you employ are more important than the results. And what I mean by that is that if the way you got your results isn't sustainable, whatever you got, A, it's not going to stay around, but B, might have not been the best way to get there. It's frustrating in today's era with instant gratification that fat loss is slow. I wish I was skinnier than I am right now. But I know it's working, and it's a slow process. Um, it's I don't know. It's amazing the stuff that we will put ourselves through, chasing a magic pill, chasing this perfect method that somehow defies physics. And I feel like, looking back at me, if I were to take all the times that I've tried something and put all that effort from right now to when I started, let's say like 3 years total time frame. If I would have in the last 3 years stuck to something more sustainable, man, where I would be today would be night and day. So really focusing on what you do and how you do it, it's important. Making changes that you can do for the rest of your life is really the best way to get there. So yeah. Two more real quick important times for eating are post workout. After you work out, your body doesn't know the difference between, because this is digging down to evolution here. We've been chasing down animals and being chased by animals longer than we've been sitting behind our smartphones and computers. So our body doesn't just senses stress, because working out is a stressor on a body. It's good stress, but it is a stress. So getting a really good meal within an hour of working out is really good. Your body kind of opens all of its receptors up, and it's in a prime position to bring in all the nutrients you're going to get. So you really want a nutrient dense meal. You want to get a lot of protein. You want some carbs in there, because your carbs is what's gonna bring down your body from that hyped up position that you put yourself in from gym, and start the recovery process. And that's really important, because the recovery process is where you make your gains. You don't make your gains at the gym. You make your gains from what you eat and recover on the backside. And the last important time that's important for eating is pre-workout. The food that you eat 4 to 5 hours, about 3 to 5 hours before your workout, is what's actually been digested, turned into energy, and that's what you're using for your workout. If you're somebody that's working out first thing in the morning, you're fasted, last night's dinner is what's getting you through. So you really want to make sure you got the energy you or the food in there that you need for your workout. That way you get exactly the results you want. If you're sitting there and you had crappy carbs, and you're covered in Cheeto dust because it was dinner, and you go to workout, it's gonna suck because you didn't fuel right. Remember, food's fuel, because your body's an engine. Tomorrow we're talking water, because guess what? And a good engine needs oil, and water is your engine's oil. All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.